like I'm on the brink of something beautiful, or maybe terrible. I know I shouldn't ask you to be open with me when I have my secrets that I tend to keep safely under lock and key. I'm hypocritical, but at least I know we could be beautiful, or maybe terrible. Only one way to know. Only one way to know. Is this a yes or a no? Which way will it go? Only one way to know. Only one way to know.
We're a professional business.
Hey gang, welcome back to the Tavern. Welcome back to ABHAILE. Episode freaking 20 already. Can you guys believe that? Crazy. Bet the folks at home can't, because the last thing they watched was episode 17. OBS, from the bottom of all of our hearts, we just want to say, get better, okay? To those awesome folks
What
watching
episode
at
19?
home.
There was no episode 19.
Right.
There is no war bossing day.
Yeah, to those awesome folks watching at home, let's catch you up on the last couple of episodes. And actually a little bit before that. So, early morning at the Broken Shore Inn, over here in peaceful Little Windermere. One of the lantern towns of pirate settlements that are scattered along the hidden coast, or it should be one of the lantern settlements. The aptly titled Lord of Lanterns has contracted you all to head to town and figure out what's going on. But after meeting some of the townsfolk, as well as Duke Claire, and meeting with Calandra's sister aboard the Blue Sky Group's very own skyship, you all agreed to a loose partnership trying to help her deal with the ghost ship problem that's been plaguing the waters once owned by Lantern and Sky. Cal received a secret message asking to meet at the Galesong's temple, while the rest of you decided to go sell some goods of questionable providence. After Cal's main date contact was executed, her attackers met their end to her quick fists and the help of Crux Craven, the imposing member of the Just Deserters, a group that you all had met back in Margland. Cal and Crux managed to get the survivor back to the inn, while elsewhere, Adran, Melee, Tome, and Hunter found their way down into the gullet as well, finding the warehouse owned by Mathis Two Cups Grunwald, a seedy contact that Adran had made the night before. Warehouse ended up looking a lot more like a thrumming and lively front to an intricate smuggling operation, and Two Cups offered you all a sort of task. Once completed, you would be counted among friends and able to trade freely with the fences of the back room. The surviving attacker back in the inn, he offered very little in the way of information and was quickly and efficiently silenced by Tome, not in a terrifying way whatsoever. And with
I definitely didn't strangle him to death with my bare hand.
Definitely not.
Didn't happen.
But allegedly. With that,
didn't strangle someone with detect thoughts up, so you got to hear his last thoughts as you strangled him.
it's a good day.
Shouldn't have tried to kill my friend.
But with that tree bearing no fruit, you turn to the task at hand, getting in Two Cups' good graces. You all set off for Miradel's estate, where you would have access to the Kestrel Blue, which is Windermere's best-kept secret, a galleon being constructed to ensure that they have a fighting chance against the Lantern's fleet. Down into the secluded hidden harbor, you made your way by rowboat towards the crashed barge, nestled against the natural stone wall of the cavern inlet. Once aboard, taking stock, it was quickly decided that, hey, the ship's fairly seaworthy, let's patch her up and do this the easy way. The easy way involved dealing with the lizard person that was a scavenger that had set up shop on the barge. He came at you guys with fire and claws, and even had a pet crocodile for just a second until Tome asked politely to go away, because with this...
And it did.
Yeah, it very much did.
And then off it
It off it went.
Sure it did.
Suggestion is a hell of a spell, ladies and gentlemen.
With that taken care of, we went aboard about our task and patched up the barge and got your goods where they needed to go. Making your way back to Two Cups, you discovered that this was more than an introduction for him, but an introduction with Antris Duclaire's Council of the Inlet, of which he is a member. Promises were made, though, and promises were delivered upon. Tome and Adran made off with a sizable purse from their pilfered stones, which, ironically, many of them came from this very town, and you all made off with a few upgrades as well. Hunter, Adran, and Melee picked up some nifty new things. Tome also started some mechanical beast within himself and gained a little bit of strength last session. Still likes potatoes, though. Don't know if that helps or hurts on the terrifying front. They're uncooked, though, so I think that is leaning in one direction more than the other. Anyhow, we find ourselves back in that moment. Y'all are sitting around the table with Two Cups and a few of his gang. Over the few shots of this bitter, harsh spirit they call Zugsta, you guys have met Ghoulie, his lanky, awkward, orcish ledgerman, as well as Lassie, the wide-eyed youngster who's following around the older, seasoned-looking McCabe, trying and failing, we'll say, to look tough like him. I'm pretty sure Lassie's not his given name, too, after the brief few moments that you've known him. So we zoom back into this back room, which is really more of a side room. Here in the front rows of shelves that are filled with crates and barrels in this warehouse. You're in a probably 15 by 30 foot room, situated along a long rectangular table with a pair of benches on either side. They're rough, they're worn, but they're sturdy. The air in here smells of, sweat and staleness. But not overbearingly, and it's not hot in here, thankfully, because many of these businesses down here in the gullet, for lack of a better word, are built into natural caverns in the walls of this cliffside. So it's actually quite cool in here. It makes it at least somewhat pleasant. But Two Cups slams down his glass with a thud, laughing uproariously as he claps Lassie on the back hard. So, and then, thinking there's been a warship bearing down on him in the middle of a cave, he abandons ship, jumps overboard, and swims through croc-infested waters all the way back to the blue. And Lassie's face thinks quietly as he finishes his drink, coughing up a little bit because it's rough shit. There's no harm done, though, lad. We all lose a fight to the fear every now and again. As he fills up the kid's cup and he offers it around to you all. Any further lot of you anymore?
Yes. I turn to the kid. It is good that you were not consumed by crocodiles.
He nods. He's like, nobody told me there was no crocs in the water, sir.
Well, there's not anymore.
But yes, there is.
Well,
exact same amount, probably.
one of them is busy for the next 8 hours looking for a fish that hypothetically may not exist.
It happens.
Yes, it does indeed happen. I hate to spoil this talk of fun with business, but there was an item that I am currently seeking, although I doubt that you have it in your possession.
Well, what's that? We got a fairly impressive collection sometimes.
I'm looking for a specific set of armor. During my time with my creator, we analyzed a number of interesting substances, one of which happened to be the material known as, I believe the term is adamantine.
He whistles. Well, you're mostly right. Unfortunately, around these parts, it's going to be a little harder to come by. You might check further west and north. There's a big dwarvish community up there called Sundercloud, north of Vestigard. They mine the stuff up there, but it doesn't make its way down to the coast very often. It's not very light, and so we no denying the stuff's good, but it's heavy, and heavy gets you killed out here.
Yes. I currently am unable to wear said armor, but that is not my intention. I seek to merge with the substance and significantly increase the density of my body, as well as my defense.
I'm gonna take you at your word on that, my friend, but if you like, I tell the boys to keep an eye out, but
That would be most appreciated.
there's something beautiful about asking the pirate to steal something for you if he comes across it.
Yes. Adran did teach me that you can steal. It's okay to steal things if the person is weak.
If they want it bad enough to make sure I can't take it.
Yes. There were only I hate to take up so much of your time, but there was one or two other items that I was seeking, and I was hoping to have that.
Well, what you got?
Well, given that I foresee that we are going to be returned towards Adran, pursuing this ghost ship in the future, I imagine that we'll need to be on the open water. The only issue is that I weigh several hundred pounds, and I have the feeling that the very instant I submerge myself, I will begin to sink like a stone.
I also weigh several hundred pounds and feel like I might sink like a stone.
Yes. So I seek a magical item apparatus that will allow me to swim freely in the water. I do not need to breathe underwater. Just put that out there. I do not breathe, period.
So some water wings?
I believe there are certain items like cloaks or rings that may fit the description.
Didn't we just get an item that allowed us to do that?
Last campaign.
Not this campaign.
Yeah.
This very campaign.
No,
It was? Oh.
I think.
yeah, like last session, didn't we get one?
Yeah.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we got on the boat. There was a set of Mariner's scale.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking about the Cloak of the Manta Ray.
I got you. He's. I will have to have somebody go through it and look and see if they can find something, but no promises. Take a little bit of time.
That is fine. The other object that Jex, plural. As a practicing wizard, I'm always in the market for more spells. And do you happen to have any spell books?
I can't say that I do. We don't often steal books or acquire books. Looks over at you, Adran, and winks. We don't often acquire books. They're heavy. These have a certain value to you, though. You could show me kind of what you're looking for, and we can...
Yes. I'll put my well-worn spellbook on the table and allow him to go through it to see basically the gist of what Tome's asking.
Again, I can't promise results here, because that means I'm going to have to disseminate this information to a bunch of people that are going to have to tell it a bunch of other people. So no clue what you're going to end up with. It might just be a bunch of smut books from the shop on the cut. But we'll see what we can find.
Yes. If it is what I am looking for, I will pay whoever brings a spellbook handsome.
Oh, you know, whoever brings it to you is going to be me.
That is what I'm referring to.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Suddenly about this time, though, the front door of the warehouse outside slams open. You can hear someone yell, "Get out of my way!" Moments later, the door of the room you all are in bursts open, and a dwarf of middling age, long, matty red hair, is standing there out of breath, a bottle of wine in his hands. His cheeks are rosy and flush. "And the salt's come back, and she's hurt bad, sir. She's been attacked." And immediately Two Cups stands up, pushes the whole table back as he runs out the door. What y'all doing?
I'm gonna chase after him.
Hunter's gonna go follow to see what's going on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
We just heard there might be something horrifying to look at. We're definitely gonna go look. People rules, right?
As I'm running at the mention of someone being hurt, I'm going to use my my use of the good berry spell. I'm just gonna get them ready in my pouch.
Good berry. Good.
Yeah, the goodest of berries.
Hell yeah. So you guys make your way out to the main boardwalk here pretty quickly. You guys see a commotion once again down by the Tidesong Chapel, except this time their attentions are turned seaward as a ketch or a schooner, not as big as the Kestrel Blue by far and not as small as the Florence, is limping her way into the gullet, listing low and heavy on the port side, which means left side, or the side facing you guys as it approaches. Still a couple hundred feet out into the open sea as it's coming in.
How bad does it look?
Make me a perception check. Anybody wants to?
You got it.
Oh, wait, I got real dice. What am I?
Perception.
Perception.
Ooh, 14 plus something. Let me see.
Ooh, shit.
21.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Cal is on it. Melee's trying. There's somebody tall standing in front of you. 21 for you as well, Hunter?
Yep.
Cool. Hunter and Cal, as it gets a tiny little bit closer, you can see men running here and there up on deck. You can see 5 men that are fighting to keep one of the main masts righted with rigging held tight, as another sailor's hammering what looks like braces in place down at the base of it. And with those crazy rolls, human eyesight be damned, Cal. It's daylight and you can see some shit. You can tell that the ground at the base of the mast has been blown apart. and you can see 4 or 5 other holes on the surface of the deck of the ship that look like they have been, like something is launched out upward from inside the ship.
Oh, like what happened with the old one, do you think?
Could be.
Could be.
Would be. So you guys are, just for positioning sake here, you guys are coming out of Two Cups warehouse, which is about here. And this is kind of all taking place. Well, the crowd is gathering. You can start to see remnants of the crowd gathering up around here. They're pushing, forward. So, what do you all?
Do I see Two Cups? So.
He is completely. What was your perception? 10? No. Cal and Hunter would probably have lost track of him as he made his way to the crowd and started pushing through.
Is there any walls I can climb up for a vantage point?
Oh shit, man!
Just kind of see better.
Yeah, you can climb up all, like, it's a natural rock cliff wall immediately to the right of the boardwalk all the way along. So, I mean, you could Spider-Man up there and walk all the way completely if you wanted to, no problem at all. It's a little bit slippery, the rocks are, because sometimes the type wants to spray up, but I don't think your spider climb treads give a shit.
Nope. I was kind of trying to stare my way up a little bit, and am I able to see what's gathering everyone, what's going on?
It looks like they are gathering at the first available, dock or berth, just waiting to help and see if anybody is injured, or what assistance they can give to this injured ship as she makes it into.
Gotcha.
Would I be able to use my newfound strength to start muscling my way towards the dock, with the intent of using my mending magics to when the ship does come into help?
Oh yeah, the crowd is. I mean, there's not enough people in Windermere by far to create a crowd that you can't get through. Even on this narrow boardwalk, you're able to push your way to the front of the front of the thing, out front of the Tidesong temple there.
Yeah, I'll look around.
Hunter is also going to help out with that too.
Oh yeah.
Can I make a perception check to see if I gotta find Two Cups or another person who looks like they're important?
I no problem whatsoever. Once you guys get towards the dock that sits out front of the Tidesong Chapel, Two Cups sees you guys and gestures you over, and the kind of pirate marine looking guys that have posted up, that are acting as a little bit of a defensive barrier, if you will, not necessarily for protection, but just for space. Immediately let you guys pass. I've never seen anything like it, I'm being completely honest with you.
The damage does appear to be extensive, but rest assured, we are willing to provide what little we can. I recently, well, as you've seen, acquired this new strength, and I do have the ability to mend objects. So if you need my expertise in that area, I am more than happy to provide.
We appreciate it. We greatly appreciate it. We got to see what's going on with her first. That is the salt of doing. That is It's Fleet Master Tavern Vosk's ship. She just
I see.
set out 3 days ago. I don't know what could have happened to her.
Nothing good from the looks of it.
Nothing good indeed.
From where I'm at up top, I'm just going to kind of like scale around the crowd and try and get up close to the ship.
Okay, cool. I don't know that you would be able to get to the ship from where you're at.
I mean, I could bypass a good chunk of the crowd and try and elbow my way in from there.
Absolutely. And without any issue, as the ship is finally pulling up, they have let the anchor down far in advance of coming to a stop, and they've got ropes down that longshoremen on the dock are grabbing and getting the ship somewhat. It's they get it to a stop. It takes some time. It takes some. It's not behaving like they want it to. It's like I said. She's low in the water. She's taking on quite a bit of water. It's a miracle that they've made it this far with what looks like it has to be a sizable hole causing the leak.
Am I able to get to the edge of the dock?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I try and jump out onto the ship?
Make me an acrobatics or athletics, whichever you prefer.
Can I telekinetic push to assist him?
Yeah, you can make it with advantage then.
Cool. Let me roll both of them. Ew, higher roll was a 9 plus 2 for 11. I mean, even though I get to the boat, I can still swim to it and then use my slippers to climb up the hull.
Yeah. Trying to remember the let's do a. It's right on the edge of glory, and I'm hanging for a moment. Whatever. Yes, you. We're going to say jump. You make it. You jump short, but you're able to grab hold of a piece of rigging that had fallen down easily enough and climb the rest of the way up. No problem at all.
Okay. Is there anyone I need to try and get off of here before the ship goes down? Any important cargo, or do I need to help bail water? Or...
So it looks like everybody's, for the most part, mostly calm. You can tell from an immediate look around. Real quick, make me actually a perception check, because it is pretty hectic up on deck.
Yeah, where's my rolls tonight? Thank God I have good perception. 12.
12, I got you. There is a lot going on up on deck. They're running buckets of water up from below deck. They are, you can tell that they're running some type of pump down on the second deck, manual pump that is trying to get water out. There are, unfortunately, up on deck towards the starboard side, the highest side of the ship right now, there are about, looks like from a cursory glance, about 8 bodies that are covered with sheets. But everyone else that is running around doing things looks like they're, for the most part, able-bodied. It seems like as you get on deck, someone immediately, this half-elven guy with a hair shorn on the side, kind of a messy top, comes over from one of the ballistas. And he says, "Never seen you before. Who are you?"
My name's Adran. I'm here to help in any way I can.
Right.
You guys look like you have a rough record.
Right. Okay. Oh shit. If you want to help us, we just got to help getting people off. And by about this time, you see that they're trying to hoist up a gangplank. You guys down on the dock as well have been parted as a group of men bring up a long, wide gangplank that they're attempting to hoist up. This dock is not made for this, so there's a lot of improvised shit going on here. Does anybody want to help down on the dock side on lifting this thing?
Just a question.
Yeah.
Hunter absolutely will help.
How far is the ship from where we're at right now?
It's about 10 feet ish.
Okay.
But there's an elevation difference from the main deck.
I just need to look at what my because I have to take it my strength into account. Right, with a running start, my long jump is 19. All right, I'm gonna take a running start. I would like to attempt to jump onto the deck of the boat to assist Adran.
Okay. Does jumping require a roll? I don't know the rule for it off the top of my head.
I have to look it up every single time. You'd think I'd know it by now. Because every
Not
time
unless. Yeah, only if there's some special conditions that you want to make them roll for it.
Yeah.
Then you're good.
I think it's based off your strength score.
I
Like you can like long jump your strength score or like add to it if you get a running jump or something like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm
calculator
comfortable.
online for it.
Yeah, that's what I looked it up. That's why
I am
that's why I got this
super comfortable. You're totally good with
Awesome.
a called out long jump. You're fine.
Yeah. So I land on the deck of the ship and I turn towards Adran and I
Three sailors immediately scream and run off, but they calm down when they see you.
I turn towards Adran and I say, I'm going to head down to the lower decks and attempt to assist with any holes that need patching. If you need my assistance lifting anything, you know where to find me.
There you go. I go back to continue my nondescript activities.
I got you.
Yes.
Well, so I will get to you here in just a second, Adran, actually. Anybody down on the dock that wants to contribute, go ahead and roll a strength check with advantage.
14.
14. Gotcha. And then we will do about...
I just rolled twice. Someone's being.
Oh, that's okay. You can roll for me because I can't find another d20. So that works.
I got a 19 though.
Cool. And then a 14, a 5, 13, and an 18 from Two Cups and a couple of the people there that are helping. You guys are easily able to get that up there. Adran, do you want to make me a dexterity check with advantage as you and this fella try to help guide and get the gangplank onto the boat?
2 10s, so 14.
14 and a 16 is good enough for me. So yeah, you guys are able to they get the gangplank hoisted up and you guys are able to like hook it with a rope and pull it up on and get it secured into place good enough so that immediately as soon as you do that a rush of sailors start disembarking from the ship and getting off. Some of them look worse for wear than others, but everyone looks exhausted and bedraggled. And then we go real quick. Sorry, 1 second. Ugh. We cut to Tome going down below deck. The second deck of this ship is looks to be sleeping quarters and a good deal of cargo. There is a big central hand-cranked mechanical pump in the center that 5 sailors are manning that is helping get some water out of the lower deck. There's rows and rows of hammocks down here. Looks like at a cursory glance they'd set up a field triage or medical down here, but that has been cleared out as the water level has been rising, and you see the stairway down into the third deck, the lower deck. There is 4 or 5 guys. I say 4, and 1 leaving, going up the steps as you descend. A little bucket train to get water out the manual way. You can see that they're standing on about the 3rd step down, about knee-deep in water, as the water is nearly filled the entire lower deck.
Alright. Seeing as I am a warforged and I do not need to breathe, I'm going to go prone. And I'm going to start looking for any holes that need to be patched.
Imagine this fucking robot guy walks down the steps of my boat, gets down on his hands and knees, and just walks into the water. And I'm just like...
Oh,
This guy just,
hold on.
Hey, this guy just drowned himself on our boat. What did we do?
Can we pause for just a second? I got a phone call from
Yeah.
job.
That's a good time, because I also just realized that OBS is doing a weird thing again.
Oh no, please don't tell me we lost the entire episode.
No, we didn't lose nothing. It just is periodically weirdly resizing my camera frames that I make for you guys. Don't know why.
Interesting. Also, did you see the Disinherited chat?
I did not. No. I that's another thing I can't do is I can't pull up Discord when I'm when I'm recording.
Was that a sneeze?
No, it's a cough because
It was adorable.
I was dusting earlier, and I swallowed a piece of dust, and it's just caught at the back of my throat, and it's like every time I breathe in too heavy, it's just like, remember I'm here, and it itches.
How could I forget?
Yeah, like we're aware. We're aware. What is
Yeah.
itch?
My allergies, that's why I keep rubbing my face, because my allergies have been going crazy, like, for the last
Fair
week.
enough.
That is fantastic, and that's going to be a shirt. Well,
Good.
oh, I love that.
All right. While he's past the phone call real quick, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, you're good, guys.
Also, Jake, can I ask a weird question?
Yeah, what's up?
Can you send me the battle map you used for the engine room?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm moving forward in the interview process.
The outside the pump room with the
Yes.
yeah. Where we fought the paladin, Fenderin.
Yeah, the guy. I forget what his name was, but the guy whose like piece of his armor ended up in Liam's chest.
Yeah. I can see you that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I am back. Good news. I am moving forward in the interview process.
Hey, hell yeah, dude. We were just talking about that.
I know.
Before a session. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, which means I gotta stop smoking for a bit, but you know, that's next week's problem. All right.
Just need to, no, you just need
I
to,
am neat.
OPP,
Yeah,
baby. OPP.
Yeah,
Other people's P.
I gotta hit that sweet spot. Yeah.
Just don't
so
buy it from
I-
any of us because we're all stoners.
Well, I mean,
Oh, yeah. No.
Wait, Will can hook you up.
I think that's a bit of an anyway. Anyway.
He's not here right now,
I am
so
on
he
my-
can't agree or disagree.
Yeah. I am on my hands and knees, my face in the water, just like staring at the bottom of the ship, trying to find out.
Hell yeah. Make me an investigation check, Tome.
All right. Eyes don't fail me now.
I believe in you.
Oh, come on. I have to open Foundry again? Alright, fine. I'm just going to roll it in Beyond. And Jake, just tell me what it says.
Deal.
Okay, it was a 16 on the die, so that's a 23. Hopefully it popped up.
It didn't, but I trust you. 23
Okay, cool.
is fantastic. With a 23, you find one that you didn't know that you were going to. You get down here into the bottom deck, and it's an entirely different world, as there are floating toolboxes here and there, crates that are floating by, open. It's dark. It's eerie. It's completely quiet down here because it's, water. As you push your way through, not sure what to find, not sure when you'll see a face float by, or I don't know, could a shark have gotten in? But you make your way to the very front of the ship, right along a beam. You wouldn't have seen it, and you're not sure that they would have ever have seen it. Just a couple inches above the ground, right against a beam, a large, an impact point. It caused a crack that was so small, but a tremendous amount of water has come in already. You seal that. You seal another hole in this room, much higher up, near the ceiling of the second deck. In that room, roll me another investigation check, Tome.
You got it this time, I think, actually. Alright. Ooh, I'm rolling hot tonight. That is 22.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. You are able to, in just a few seconds time, just really the time to, it's like watching the water. You can see the artificial currents and where they're coming from, and you're able to plug 3 more. Roll me one more investigation check, Tome.
Ooh, that was a 9, but then it turned into a 23.
Hell yeah. Hardly any time at all, you are able to seal the final 4, and you have successfully sealed all of the holes that are down here below the waterline, causing the water level to not increase from its current point, at the very least. It's still a whole deck full of water, but yeah.
I'll begin making my way up the stairs and relaying the information to the various sailors that I managed to patch up all the holes that were in the lower deck.
Hell yeah. You run across on the second deck, now relieving one of the is a little halfling with a hook arm, a hook hand, made out of what looks like brass. He's looks at you and he says, "Wait, that's fantastic. It's fantastic. Okay. All right, boys. There's no more water coming in, so this should get easier, like a lot easier now. But pump crew, you guys can take a break for a few. Take a break. Yeah, take a break." And then they're immediately they just down onto the ground.
Is there anything else in the ship that is in dire need of repairs?
Probably a lot, but we can get to it. Seriously, mister, thank you. If what you're saying is true, thank you. because holy shit. He was
Yes.
fighting a losing battle.
The damage was quite extensive, but I believe the ship can indeed be saved.
Wait, it's not even that extensive. It's just little holes, but it's just, you know, shit. Time we found out about him, it was kind of too late.
Yes, but the problem has indeed been solved. I should go to tend to my companion who is on the deck and see if he requires my assistance.
In the
So,
meantime, real quick, what was the lot of y'all doing? I'm sure you guys got on board, probably following Two Cups. What are you guys up to? As you're making your way up.
Are there any street vendors nearby? Melee just like hanging out on the deck eating something, looking around at everyone rushing around.
Yeah, there's a few. There's one that's selling some Korean barbecue style, or I guess street food style skewers of. It's probably chicken.
Yeah, it's got a handful of those.
Yeah.
I love how you just have to specify probably.
Yeah.
Probably chicken.
Probably.
Close enough.
Most things are probably chicken. You might see. I'm warning you guys ahead of time. I've got a can of Lysol here to try and kill this fly that's been bothering me all day that won't sit still long enough for me to fly swatter it. So I might go nuts and spray the screen here in just a second. It's a fair warning.
Okay.
But are you just chowing down on them, Melee, or are you passing them out, or what's the...
Yeah, just spectating.
I gotcha, hell yeah. You see, Two Cups is talking to a, looks like a orc or a half-orc man in his mid to late 40s. He's wearing a dark gray naval coat, looks with dark blue and gold threading on the cuffs. If you want to, you can make me a history check.
Yeah, those aren't the worst. 16.
16? Yeah. Definitely realize that he's wearing a Borealan Regency naval officer coat, though the rank insignias and any Borealan paraphernalia have been removed. Definitely looks like that's what it started off its life as. It's very well made, and even after seeing what looks like a quite serious battle, still immaculate.
Ready to eavesdrop on him if I can.
Okay, hell yeah. Roll me a stealth check with advantage, just to get see if you can get close enough without
14.
14. Gotcha. That I mean, it's pretty chaotic up here on deck, so you're easily able to nudge a little close. Want to make me a perception check?
24.
24. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Just 1 second.
Right.
It's the craziest damn thing I'd ever heard in my entire life. We just tidied up after a successful impounding. And we're setting sail to make our way back. And water's getting a bit choppy, so we thought we'd tuck in at Sanuthi for a night, have some drinks, take proper inventory, see what we got. You know how you're always saying, Two Cup, you're always saying, take inventory, stop being an idiot, take inventory so you know what you're hauling. Well, so we thought we'd do that, but it's like they knew we were there. It's just like they say, Matteson. It's black as the night. Mages on the deck. Mages. Matteson, we can't fight mages. And as he says that, Melee, you hear most of that conversation. Someone shoves past you and speaks up loud enough that you all can hear too. That's not exactly true. And the person speaking, the one that just brushed past you, they're wearing a similar coat, dark gray. This one clearly looks like it was a homemade knockoff version of it, though. Only difference is that there are dark red on the cuffs. They have like an ashy red skin, a mop of black hair up on top with one horn that goes up and kind of curves inward, and another horn that kind of goes back on the side. The tiefling, obviously, as Vosk says, our delightful navigator, our delightfully not navigator, I'm sorry, our delightfully delusional negotiator. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, yep, this is Bren Canther. And again, Bren, no, there are mages. They say, I just didn't have a sober shot at the fuckers is all. Delusional, like I said. So at this point, they're kind of turning to like incorporate you guys all into the conversation. But aside from Melee, the first part of that was is news to y'all.
Would I have made my way back to the top of the deck by now?
Yeah, absolutely. Probably about this time. Yeah, you get up there and see the gathering of everybody over here.
I'll march over immediately to where Two Cups is, and I will I'll say, "Good news, Mr. Two Cups. I have repaired all the holes at the bottom of the ship."
And then you see this half-orc guy. This is, you did what now?
I used my magic and the fact that I do not need to breathe to traverse the lower deck of the ship, and spent my time to repair each and every hole that I saw, making the ship once again watertight.
Two Cups just smiles and he says, "I'm full of surprises, Vosk. You know that. This is
yes, some
new friends of mine and new friends of ours." Clearly.
Hello. The guy it just waves.
Hello. Thank you so much for helping, I guess.
Yes. The boat was in very bad shape, but he kind of puts his two hands on his sides, like very proudly. But I managed to fix it.
It's a miracle that we made it. It's a miracle indeed.
Yes.
What
do you... Oh, you first.
I was gonna say, I was surprised they didn't chase us. It's like they wanted us to get away.
What are you referring to? Forgive me. I need a bit of catching up.
His eyes just stare off the Blackwake.
I turn towards Adran. Is this potentially the ship that you were pursuing?
It's worth checking out. I'm not sure.
I see.
It definitely seems like it. You definitely have heard the word referred to it as the Blackwake, especially around Windermere.
kind of sounds like an ominous ghost ship name anyway, so.
Can you provide us with any details about the crew, about the nature of the ship itself?
All we saw was mages. They shot. They held their hands out and shot blue rocks at us, tore through the ship. They
weren't like not skeletons or ghosts or anything.
Didn't look like it. Looked like people. We didn't. I mean, that's through a spyglass. We were probably 200 feet away.
Interesting.
This is indeed concerning.
They shot the rocks. They shot fire. We've never faced anything like it. We've got ballista that can do damage, but nothing like that.
It does indeed sound terrifying. You made mention that there was someone made mention, a dwarven man, made mention of someone who was in need of medical attention. I do possess some limited medical knowledge, as well as he holds out his pouch of good berries. These are healing berries. It's not much, but it can be used to provide a small amount of healing to injuries, both internal and external.
The tiefling, Brem, they go, I'll take one, and they pop it in their mouth. What's it taste like?
It tastes like whatever their favorite food is.
Spits it out. I've never had a berry that tastes like chicken before.
Yes.
Quite unsettling.
I call them Tome berries.
Ugh.
They are adaptable fruits that match the taste of whoever decides to consume them.
Oof.
They also sustain you for a day.
There's something deeply wrong with you if you bite into something that has the texture of a grape but the flavor of a fried chicken. It's
duly noted.
But
we'll work on refining that.
I believe the injured have been taken off the ship for the most part. We only have a few of our companions that we lost. Novoski speaks up and says, in 2 cups we lost Lines. Lines and Kira and weird old Mazra. I don't think we even got a shot off.
I'm very sorry for your loss, Jacob.
It's part of the business, but
These people who attacked you, what they look like, other than the description of made,
just sailors.
any colors, insignias?
Were they flying a flag?
They were flying a flag. They were flying Borealan flag. But they weren't no Borealan Navy.
There's certainly dark forces that work on this ship.
It's something.
Yes. Is there any other information that you can provide us, as we do intend to investigate this ship at some point in the near future?
Mathis, 2 cups, he, investigate? Nah.
Yes.
Nah. Run this bitch down is what we're gonna do.
You seek vengeance.
We don't let nobody prey on our ships. We prey on theirs. Vosky says, I don't know how you're gonna fight them. They have mages, Matteson. I told you, and Brim speaks up, I told you I just didn't have a sober shot. Just give me a sober shot and I'll take the fuckers out. I'll sink the bitch. Matteson points at her. It's good enough for me.
Well, you are certainly entitled to your own way of doing things. I cannot pretend to not understand what it is like to feel a desire for vengeance.
Well, I'm asking you, are you in or are you out?
I turn towards Adran for guidance. I don't know.
Well, we have a common goal. Do you want to sink the ship? Well, I'd rather infiltrate it and see if there's anything valuable on there first.
Yes.
And then we can sink it.
It's not about sinking the ship. That really is just about... I don't care how we do it. But we do it for our people. We're taking that ship off the water.
We'll bring those bastards down, don't you worry.
Yeah, but first we can take their valuables and munitions.
Yes.
Make a fine pirate, my friend.
That would indeed be wise.
Make a hell of a fine pirate. Okay, here's what we're doing. And he's yelling now to anyone that's on top of
when he says pirate.
He is yelling out to everyone on board this ship. He says, alright, if you're on board this ship, you've got 30 minutes. Get these ballistas down and mounted on the fire. We're leaving in 2 hours. And there is a flurry of activity as people begin setting about work. They're fully unmounting the ballistas off of this ship and setting about planning to retrofit them to Two Cup's own ship.
Yes. I kind of turn towards Adran and I say, a pirate is a step up from grave robber. You got to just console him and pat him on the back.
I just kind of do the awkward white people mouth thing where you're
Yes. And preparations must be made. If I'm to be at sea, I should probably be more adamant about that cloak.
maybe some sort of rust protection.
Yes. I think it would be wise for us to invest in anything that can help us at sea in the limited time that we have to prepare.
Heck yeah. Let's do... This is fun. Roll me... everybody roll me a d20.
17.
17?
Yeah, I'm sure the random d20 roll, I get a good roll. Shit.
16.
16?
9.
9.
You said everyone roll a d20?
Yeah!
Yeah. Hooray! I got the echo of me saying that.
18.
18.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. What we've got going on here is, as part of the preparations, anyone that wants one can have a set of mariner's leather armor just regular mariner's leather armor, nothing fancy, as a kind of an emergency situation. And then you're able to find 6 potions of water breathing that you're able to procure for, let's see, that would be 230 gold pieces, if that was something that you wanted to purchase all of.
I'm cool with that.
I will abstain from buying the potions of water breathing as I do not need to breathe as a baseline.
Gotcha. So that means that anybody. So let me put it this way. So there are 6 available, and they are 35 gold pieces a piece. If anybody would like to purchase any.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
For the leather armor or for the potion?
The Mariner's leather armor is free for all of you guys. Every one of you can have a suit of that. That is something that they are providing for you. Like I said, or like he said last session, they try to make sure their people don't, drown.
Yeah.
As it.
I'll take a potion of water breathing.
Cool.
Same.
Yep, that'll be 35 gold off your old thingies, and you guys mark that down. You're good to go. Let me.
Based on my
sorry, you're good. Go ahead, Tome.
Based on my previous conversation with 2 Cups, would I be able to, in the limited time that we have, procure that cloak of the man?
He says, "Man, I'm sorry. It was going to take a while. It's going to take a lot longer now because we are all focused on getting the fire ready to go." He's unfortunately, they're all hands on deck, quite literally, at this moment. 1 second. And again, above the table, that's just Jake is not flooding the game with magic items, is kind of a rule.
Boo.
But, potions, at least not at level 4. Water. Okay, cool. So that was Cal, Adran, and Hunter.
Jake, for mechanical purposes, my AC is 15 now.
Cool. Alright, hell yeah. Hunter, Adran. God, I love drag and drop stuff sometimes. This is really simple. Just don't fall in the water. This is the simplest thing in the world. Anywho, the whole town is available, though, if anybody does have any mundane supplies they need to purchase. Now would be a fantastic time. Just let me know.
Yeah, I need to purchase whatever instrument everyone in the party would prefer to play.
Kazoo!
Vuvuzela.
I do not possess lungs, so that drums.
No, I'll take a small lyre.
I'm gonna do a dulcimer.
I want everybody to have kazoos now, especially Tome.
It doesn't work.
I think Hunter, for knowing his vibe, can we get Hunter a banjo?
Oh yeah, we can
All
do.
right, yeah, I'll buy
A banjo.
drums, dulcimer, lyre, banjo.
We're going bluegrass, baby.
Oh. I would like to just, I guess, to get it out of the way now. I'd like to purchase a shield.
Okay, hell yeah. We can do DDB on prices for that stuff if you guys are comfy with that. For the instruments, I will say you can get them secondhand for like. Let me do a roll real quick, and I'll tell you how much for all of them.
Also, if I get a shield, Can I disguise self? Can I make it look like I don't have a shield?
Yeah, you can incorporate it into your disguise,
For
you know,
aesthetic reasons.
like a bracelet or whatever you wanted to, like, you know, incorporate it into the disguise.
Okay.
Or if it was like on your back or like, you know, mounted on your like on your belt or whatever, you could, you know, feng shui it. For sure. So yeah, you guys can do that. And for the instruments altogether, you used instruments 21 gold. We'll get you there.
Okay.
I love the idea. Great. Hell yeah. So, one moment. Blah, 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 blah. Right around dusk, you all gather on the docks out front of Two Cups warehouse, right in front of his ketch, which is St. Corvus Fire. No bigger than the salt that just came in, but this time you can see she has the two ballista off of the salt mounted on either side of the hull, up and down ways, like vertically mounted, with wooden platforms that are right about at deck level so that they can be fired. Looks like they ain't fucking around. Kind of similar to how the Florence had ballista that were mounted down towards the ground. They seem like they're getting creative, and they are really desperate for cannons to be invented. But
Such a silly notion. It's not like we have someone who is a robot. Who could think of such a thing? Who could say? Anyway.
Hell yeah. With very little pomp and circumstance, though, the last remaining sailors get on board the ship with the last remaining supplies. All that remains is you all and Mathis and Vosk on the dock, as well as a handful of family members that have come to see off various sailors standing nearby. Two Cups looks at you all and says, I know this is a lot really quick, but I appreciate you all coming with us all the same.
It is of little trouble. We were going to investigate that ship regardless.
Well,
Yes.
call it fate then. We shouldn't need too much help up on deck. We got a lot of this handled. Won't be the most comfortable ride, but it shouldn't be a long ride. We are just heading up to Dwayne. And for anyone that is from the area, which is all of you, Dwayne is the Borealan word for two, the number 2. What it refers to is, one second, if I can find the right map here. This one. I have to wait. My internet's having a fit again. Dwayne is number 2. Oh, I'm sorry, I lied. Dwayne is number 2. Number 2 is the second island along the hidden coast. The islands along the hidden coast, people from the area would know are uninhabited because anyone that was on those islands was driven off by the lanterns in the hidden Concord, as they use these islands as storage, like stops, as well as outposts and hidey holes, further ambushing of trade routes that go along the hidden coast. And they're referred to simply by their number from Port Umbra, with Dwayne being the one off of the coast of Y'all, and Sunthi is what they referred to as the point, a cove off of the north side of it. It should be, well, we're hoping to get there just before sun up. If the ship's still there, we're gonna catch her in daylight. Fight on our terms.
Very well. We shall be in full fighting force.
Yeah, so grab yourself a hammock down below deck if you need, or welcome to stay above deck. It shouldn't get too bad. Waves can get choppy though as we get closer to the island.
Very well. We shall get through this too, Compasses.
I sure hope so, because I'd sure look like a damn fool if I went charging after that fucker and just went down as well.
That would be most embarrassing, yes.
On the bright side, y'all are here with me.
Yes.
I'm a little late. Could I possibly buy some bracers of defense? Or do you... Is those available? Sorry.
No, you're
I'm trying to find good things.
I will talk to you afterwards about that. I got something in mind for you.
Got it.
Yeah. So let's hold off for right now on it. Just because, more than anything, like, I don't have that information pulled up, so I don't know what I would charge you for it, and I don't want to derail it by a whole bunch. But I do.
Oh no, you're fine.
Gotcha. Like you're a little late, and I'm just like, we left Cal at home.
I was looking. I was like, what are the best things for a monk? Because I'm like, I like monks because I don't have to think about armor and stuff. But
yeah, hell yeah. What's your AC right now?
18.
18, hell yeah. It should go up to, it's one of the craziest things about monks. As your proficiency goes up, I believe your AC will start to go up. It's pretty crazy. But we'll get you taken care of for sure. Sure as shit, you guys set off right about sundown. And it's an interesting and slow start as they push off, and below deck they extend oars to row their way out into the open ocean, and set sail. And as it catches wind, you all set off. Is anybody wanting to do anything specific this evening over the travels?
Well, thanks to the fact that I now have money, I'm gonna take a crack at one of the spell scrolls I found.
Okay, cool.
That weird ass dude. Attempting to decipher the strange language of this man. Who, the more I read through this scroll, I imagine it's probably going to confound me. Mainly because, I'm not exactly adept at reading the language of the man who wrote it. And by language, I don't mean actual language. I mean the eccentricness.
I feel you. What scroll are you taking a look at?
The spell scroll of comprehend languages.
It's so weird that it's so hard to understand what it says. Hell yeah. Just for me and for the folks at home, remind everybody what the process is for copying a spell.
So for copying a
spell
spell
level, and I think an hour.
Yes. So in the case of the scroll of comprehend languages,
Yeah, hell yeah.
it is a forget what the type of spell it is, but it is not one. It is not a necromancy spell, so it'll cost me 50 gold pieces and 2 hours of my time to transcribe it into my spell.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, over the course of a couple hours, you are able to slowly get the to understand the runic shape of the equation that forms this music and notation, and then you're able to practice the somatic components and get it copied into your spellbook. Hell yeah.
Alright. I doubt I'll have time for a mirror image, because I probably will need to take a rest.
You know, at some point, props. What's everybody else?
Yeah.
What's everybody else up to?
Can Hunter use his wood carving tools to make two things? I want to make a couple wooden stakes.
Okay.
Because we never know what we might have to deal with in the future. And then can I also make a tiny little wood carving thing of Nemoros for melee?
Okay, hell yeah. Stakes, no problem at all. Easy enough to do, even if, roll me a, I will say either performance or dexterity, just a straight dexterity roll on the crafting of the Nemoros carving.
Are you doing that secretly?
Well, that's an 8.
8 total?
8 total. I got a
you.
4 on the die. Wait, I still have the inspiration, I think. I'm going to use that there.
Go for it, yeah.
I got a 5, so that's a total
Yeah!
of 9.
9, hell yeah.
Just put the eyes on it.
You can tell it's a skull, for sure.
Fucking wait, inspiration there.
You can tell it's a skull. That's, but, you know, ironically, though, about stakes, it's crazy. How do you kill a vampire? You stab it in the heart with a wooden stake. How do you kill most people? Stab them in the heart with a wooden stake.
Correct.
Dude,
I don't have any reason
one of
to
my
believe they're
favorite-
not a vampire. They died.
Right. Like in DC Comics, Martian Manhunter's weakness is fire. What a coincidence, so is mine.
There's an amazing Brennan Lee Mulligan bit where, and again, put the counter there, where he said like werewolves' weaknesses and people's are silver bullets. It works on a guy and a vampire and a werewolf.
Right.
Harold and Kumar, man.
Yeah.
Oh, bullets. My only weakness.
I will say though, Martian Manhunter does not have the worst comic book weakness, because Green Lantern's weakness is the color yellow.
Yeah.
What?
Is it still? Because I know
Yeah.
it was. Because I know it was a long time ago, like the Super Friends, but
That's-
like now
At
they
least,
Good.
that's a huge plot point in the current Absolute run in the Green Lantern comics for Absolute Green Lantern, is that Hal Jordan can't affect anything that's the color yellow.
Huh. Yeah, that is pretty dumb.
At least Marvel got the weaknesses right. What's Iron Man's weakness? Alcoholism and narcissism.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly, the weaknesses of a lot of people.
Well, and there was the time Freakazoid helped the villain build a whole cage out of her.
Freakazoid. I forgot about him.
Yeah. He helped the villain build an entire cage out of the stuff.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
God, and
What?
Yeah.
of all the things from our childhood not to come back, why not Freakazoid?
Freakazoid would be so good in the modern day.
Oh my god, yes!
You made a cage out of
And
what?
that got memed immediately.
What did he make a cage out of?
I forget what it was, but he was talking to some villain about his weakness, because the villain thought his weakness was something, and he got it wrong. He was like, no, my weakness is... And, like, it flips around, Like the screen does the flip thing, and like he's inside a cage, and like the guy's like, "I can't believe you told me your weakness." He goes, "Yeah, and I can't believe I helped you build a cage out of it."
It'd be like he
No,
thought.
like, and he goes, either that or poo gas.
Yeah,
Like, everyone's weakness is poo gas.
It's like he thought he was building a cage out of kryptonite, but it turns out he was building a cage out of marshmallows, essentially.
Right. I gotta find that clip now. It's gonna bug me.
Marshmallows, man. Hell yeah. It is a decent enough trip. Actually, we'll find out. Cal, you're the boat family. Roll me a d20.
Okay, give me a second. Remy is sitting over my mouse.
Oh,
Row.
what a good kid.
Yes. Thank you, boy.
He's a good boy.
He's such a good boy. What'd you say to roll?
Just a d20.
D20. A 3.
A tree.
What does that mean?
Wings flapping. Fire breath firing. A dragon just... No, I'm fucking with you guys.
Thank fucking God. He's riding the ghost ship.
Oh, damn. We all about to die.
It's
Damn
a
it.
dragon ghost ship. Half dragon, half ghost ship.
Guys, we're fucked.
Yeah.
What's that, Will?
All business.
Guys, we're fucked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
100%. No. As you guys are making good progress, there is a little storm kicks up. Not enough to do anything. It makes some choppy waves for a little bit, but the ship is hardy and endures it. Just kind of like a Florida, coastal shower kind of a thing. As you guys break away from the coast properly and head towards Dwayne, anyone that's up on deck proper will notice a couple things out here on the waters. Number one, you'll notice the ship's navigator, whose name is Karina. She is a burly-looking half-elf who is up on the top of the aft castle at the wheel with the helmsman. And her eyes are just dead on the skies, as overhead you can see, now that the clouds have passed from that little bit of a squall that spun up out of nowhere, the stars are beginning to come out, as well as the sky fires of Boreala, these glowing lights that float in the sky, not unlike the Aurora Borealis or the Northern Lights here. These lights dominate the sky as far as the eye can tell, just scintillating and dancing. Holy shit, Will's camera did some crazy stuff.
What colors are they?
Yeah.
They are, they're mostly greens and blues with slight hints of purple that come through. Very, very blue shift. Actually, if you give me just 10 seconds, and I say that bullshitting like crazy. One second, doodle leedle leave. Leedle leedle leedle. Leedle.
We're heading west. Trick, you idiot. It says west.
That's the funniest damn thing in all of SpongeBob. When he's pissed off at something, he walks up and Patrick is all frustrated. He goes, "Patrick, are you mad?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Why are you mad?" "I can't see my forehead."
That's pretty fucking
For
great.
some reason, I remember that years later, and I just love it.
I have
can't see my
entire
forehead.
episodes in my brain rent free like YouTube. Like, it's Such.
I got on the SpongeBob train way too late, I guess.
It was
I don't know.
I wasn't allowed to
because
watch that.
Never my thing.
it was
I didn't have
because
cable for it.
it was because our 13-year-old band teacher Bill Wells was in love with it, and everybody wanted to be like him.
Right.
That's fully where it came from. But anywho, let's. This is crazy. Jake's checklists are getting crazy because I'm gonna click this scene and it's gonna go into effect here just a second, and I'm gonna go activate it, and no one's gonna say I can't see it.
I can't see it.
Are you lying?
See it?
Very pretty.
I can see it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of what you're looking at a little bit. It's just an idea. Although I didn't turn off the grid line, so I'm not perfect. But
Is it
anyways,
localized? Is the Aurora Borealis localized specifically in the kitchen?
100%. 100%. It is
Can I see it?
it's just in two places in the world: the Northern Hemisphere and in Springfield.
Yeah. Did I see it? No.
No,
Well, that's great. What state?
you don't have the clearance.
Right.
You don't
I
want
don't
to
think
see
that
my
the-
Aurora Borealis.
I don't think that the hammock is able to support my weight, so I'd probably just be on the deck of the ship, just in sentry mode.
Hell yeah. Just Tome's
So-
Leoing up on the front.
Right.
Yeah, he's kind of just He wants to. The moment he sees the ship, he'll well, if he sees it while he's standing there, then he's also kind of just taking it in because this is his second time on a boat, and the first time that wasn't even a boat. That was a boat that was flying.
It was a yacht.
So
He's enjoying his first boat ride.
if we have a bit of downtime before we hit this next ghost ship part, I kind of want to handle this earlier, but regarding the spoils of war we talked about last episode, I'd like to try and drop a contract for all of us to agree on as far as who gets what gear and how much money. Sound good?
All right.
Get like a little adventuring contract drawn up.
Yeah, if you want to do that in character, that's totally cool. Yeah,
Adrian's been on a couple expeditions, nothing of this large, but he's done a couple of jobs. He kind of knows the ins and outs of how they're set up.
I dig it. Oh yeah, nothing like muscling your buddies into signing a contract. That's how most.
Well, it's to keep it fair, and this way none of us have to make a decision. We refer to the protocol of the contract. The biggest decision is the terms of the money. The two ways this is normally done is either all of us get. So there's six of us. There's six of us in the party. So we split it. There's 5 in the party. We split it 6 ways, with the party getting an equal share, or we split it in half, with the party getting half, and then us as individuals splitting the other half.
I got you. So I'm going to pause this for just a second and go above table just for a second, because we've already established what we're doing.
Okay,
so-
I must have blanked. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so just to rehash that here for everybody, and for everybody at home, this is super important stuff. Do it in session 0, we should have. Anything that is collaborative effort, so anything that you guys participate in together, like, fighting a boss or whatever the case may be, any loot that comes from there is divided up, loot as appropriately, without, because there'll be times when a thing drops that 2 people could get a hell of a lot of use out of, that's just to find a quick solution to it, and then money will be evenly divided up, and then anything that, like, Adran were to go after himself, like breaking into somebody's office and robbing the shit out of them, that, unless Adran wanted to, he's not obligated to split that money. It's kind of the way we're going to kind of go about that.
Okay.
And then, then if you guys want to, when we do those divvies up on those collaborative things, if you guys want to do a thing, an accounting thing on your all's end, and have a party loot fund or whatever the case may be, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
Right, we could note that on the group screen spreadsheet too, just to refer back to.
Hell yeah.
Because if I forgot
Melee's
it once, I'm gonna forget it again. So.
I think I pinned that as well in the Discord.
You might have.
You did. It's 100% in chat.
Hell yeah.
Try to convince everyone to sign it in blood.
Yes.
Yes. Shit,
One
Melee,
issue.
you can do that. Roll persuasion.
I can use Boyle. 25.
Anybody
Well,
wants
I
to
appreciate.
roll insight to D25?
I can roll, but I don't have.
You're
blood.
good, Tome. You don't have blood.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
use
just.
someone else's blood.
You just
Yeah, I can find someone else's, but it won't be mine.
Tome. She said sign it in blood. She didn't say whose blood.
Oh, yes. I will just make use of Adran. Adran will have to sign for me.
Lars floats over us, and when the last person signs, he booms in a reverberating voice, "The pact is sealed."
Very interesting.
Like he did in back all the way in episode 1, Hunter signs it, Arthur Medeiros.
Hell yeah. I just all I can think of is Martin and Aloysius are going to have to sign X's on account of they can't write.
Yeah, right.
That'd be fine.
Only 4 of them, right.
There is once I'm I guess am I at the front of the ship at this point, just kind of sitting in sentry mode?
You're wherever you want to be, Tom.
Okay, I'll say that. While I have a moment alone to myself, I would like to take
Self-detonate.
yeah, just before I really I don't know. I don't have the spell slots for that yet. I'm gonna just kind of like before I go into shutdown, not really shutdown mode, more just like to just be still for the next 6 hours, and start reading that book that Melee got me in earnest.
Hell yeah. What was the name of that one? I can't
going-
remember off the top of my head.
Counterspell my heart.
10 seconds actually, because I have something important to tell you about it.
Okay.
I just have to find where I've got the cover for the other one at.
Sure.
I'll flash it up on screen for just 10 seconds. I fully used AI on it just as a joke, but I made the cover for the first book that he got.
Okay.
But it is actually, man, I need to take like a day. I should do a live stream if my internet can handle it, and take a day and just organize my image assets. I don't know what the author's name is. Ask me after the thing, Tome. But the author is actually the same author that wrote your first one, Once Bitten.
What is their name? Just so I can commit.
I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I have to find the
Oh,
picture.
okay. Okay,
It's
okay,
just
okay.
it's buried in like 1,000 different images. I don't name my things.
Iron Stephanie.
No, it's there's a terrifyingly weird backstory that I wrote for this author and the weird event that it's ever important.
It might be. Because,
Jacqueline Anders.
While I before I do start reading that book, just to pass the time because I don't sleep, I'm gonna pull out one of the pearls that I found on that ship.
Okay, cool.
Rock it out. And I already have a feeling I might know what this item is, but I am going to ritual cast the basically tapping my the staff of bone against that weird stone that I found in that man's pocket that I strangled to death.
Say that one more time. Sorry. The weird stone that you what?
The weird stone that I found in the pocket of the man that I basically choked to death.
Oh. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. So as you're sitting there, book in hand, pearl in hand, just resting that pearl gently on the stone. It's a smooth, it's a rough cut green rock that looks like it's been cut like a gemstone, but it looks just like green limestone almost. And as you are focusing and reading at the same time, like I wish I could do as a human, your ritual snapping into place as waves of magic flow around you like music. You are almost surprised in your moment of split focus as you're reading through this book, just getting really into this goofy ass story of a wizard finding true love. Wizards never find true love, and it's just the sabbiest shit ever.
Yeah.
But written by Kay Everett. Is their name, is on the insert it states that is a pen name. The spell just instantly snaps into place, and in your head you just hear the word identify, sending stone, component 1 of 2.
I thought so. He kind of like examines it in his hand. I have a pretty good feeling of who I know who the other one belongs to.
The Michelin Man.
Kind of stares at it for a moment. Then he thinks back to seeing his friend Calandra and how she told him that she basically was assaulted by 2 individuals who apparently were at the beck and call of this man that is hunting us. I'm gonna hold it. I assume it works the same way as the sending spell, so 25 points, right?
Absolutely.
So his nature getting the better of him, his anger getting the better of him, he is going to send the message, "Hello, Defiler. Your soldier has been killed by my own hands. If you target Calandra again, you will be next." And then just put it back in my pocket. And if I hear the message, great. If not, I'm going to go back to my book.
You hear no response.
Fine by me.
You do feel, though, the magic leave the stone, and it feels depleted in your hand. You can already feel magic slowly starting to trickle back into it, but you can tell that the message was delivered.
Now that I will go into Sentry's Rest, but if you will allow it, DM. While I am not allowed to move, I imagine I would be allowed to move. It would be
Yeah, absolutely.
pretty boring, just staring off into the ocean for 6 hours.
Hey. People do it for longer, my friend.
I'll
Heck, me myself,
How
I've
far
stared
along
into
it-
the void for the last 16 years.
just before you get to anyone else, how like just over the course of 6 hours, how far do I get in the book?
It's not a very big book. Does Tome have an internal monologue voice that reads to him, or does he just process
Yes.
words?
As sad as it is, he does have an internal voice, and it is he is replicating the voice of his mother, reading him a bedtime story.
I'd say you get a quarter of the way through.
Your mom is reading you smut?
Would not be the first time.
Was her last name Volarus or Oedipus?
She is a very eccentric and strange woman.
I have something I'd like to use my downtime on.
Yeah, what's up?
I have not gotten the chance to do this in a little bit. Can I try to send up a prayer to the Gloomweaver?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What's that look like?
Hunter, in this moment, while he's kind of focusing, he's going to, like, he has Quoth on his shoulder, kind of just nuzzling up against his head, and then Hunter just kind of takes out the holy symbol of the Gloomweaver and is absentmindedly, like, rubbing his fingers along it, just kind of like almost like skimming, like trying to get the sensory feel of it, while sending up a prayer asking for help and guidance of like what's going to be coming up next.
Roll me a D100 real quick.
Ooh. Uh, 49.
49. Hell yeah. Where's Hunter at in this moment on the ship?
How long has it been since the campaign started? Because I've been a weird kind of time, like weird way of time. I'm wondering.
It has been about a little over a week since you all met your various parts of the group and then came together about a week ago.
First of all, crazy. Second of all,
D&D, baby.
Hunter, this has been the most chaotic week of his life, but also he has never felt more connected to people before. Like, he is someone who was so used to being alone all the time and never having... Like, he thought that he could just rely on himself and he was only looking out for numero uno.
Mm.
But being a part of a group has actually really affected him in such a deep way.
Oh, yeah. So, but where's he at physically on the boat?
Sorry.
I know, I love that
think
answer. I love that answer, but I was just asking for, like, where's he at? Like, you
I
know?
think he's on deck. I think he's on deck at the moment. Just, like, he's set down his horrible whittling. He's like, this looks absolutely nothing like a skull. Like, this is an absolute 9 out of 20 skull he just made.
Hey man, it's almost passing grade. And almost only counts in horse grenades, of course, but hell yeah. So you fall into your moment of contemplation, and it's always an odd feeling reaching out to someone after a long time of not reaching out to anyone. It's always just an odd feeling, even if for the most part, you're not even certain if your words would be heard. So, you know, there's that aspect of, am I just sitting here talking to the wind? Maybe, but even then, it's just an odd thing to let go and reach out and ask for that help from something that is so far beyond you and so uncertain and so strange. But in this moment, like many times, there is no obvious answer from the Gloomweaver. There are 4 lanterns up on the aft castle and another on the bow of the ship, as well as a few hanging in the riggings. They all dim, and anyone on deck can notice that they dim just lightly enough. And a cool breeze blows across the deck, cooler than the night air. The night air is humid and salty, and this cool breeze blows across. And off in the distance, you see a series of clouds that begin to boil and roil off of the island that you're heading towards in the distance. And you start to feel the first chops of the ship encountering wave. As the lights return to their full brightness, you watch as these clouds break and scatter, and the waves settle. And you know that at the very least her eyes are on you in this moment.
He just puts a small nod and says, I know that you can see me right now. Whatever I'll do, make you proud. I'll do good.
The lanterns dim, brighten again. Where's Melee at right now?
Trying to learn a pirate song from one of the crew members.
Holy shit, yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, what are we gonna pick on here? We're gonna pick on... Well, let's see. Oh, Jeppy. We can get Jeppy. Jeppy's below decks, playing dice with a few others, and sees you walk up, and he says, "Pull up a chair. We'll play a game with you."
Sure.
You
I'll grab a chair.
spend much time out on the boats, little missy?
I can't say I have.
It's the best time you're gonna ever have. Best time, best friends, best music, best, well... Best is kind of a... You make the best of what you got, right? We're playing a game. We're playing Devil's Dice. It's an easy game. If you're keen, it's a simple game. You just take 3 dice, and he hands you 3 d6s. And we just roll them and see what you get.
Are we trying to roll something in particular?
666 is the number of the Lord of Lies. And that's the number we're aiming for.
Can I invisible mage hand try to cheat?
You sure as shit can. Roll me sleight of hand with advantage.
A 20, non-natural.
Hell yeah. On the bright side, guys, I got the fly. I didn't even realize it. I looked down and I had, with my hand gesture, smacked it.
Yes. It always comes to those who don't want it the most.
It couldn't tell your intent, so
Yeah.
That's
caught it unaware.
right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What was your result? I'm sorry, Melee.
At 20, modified.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let me roll a perception on this fella here to see if he clocked it. And then his buddies. Yeah, no, you're good. You going for a win in hand?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. His dice land, and he rolls a 6 and a 5. Right there. And he looks at yours and he says, beginner's luck. What brings you below deck?
I'll take that.
You wanna throw some money down on it? Or you wanna play for something else?
You could teach me one of those songs you were talking about, and then if you win, I'll play you one that I know.
I like that. You got a deal. Probably don't got much money, he tells his buddies. He says, alright, go ahead and roll him again.
Okay. I'll try to do the same thing again, I think.
Yeah, go for it.
15.
Okay, hell yeah. That is... fuck. Shit, a 3, a 2, and a 1. What on earth are the odds of doing that? What's the odds of walking down a D20? Hell yeah. He reveals his hands, a 3, a 2, and a 1, and he says, alright. Well, I got you one. Quite appropriate for where we're heading and what we're going to be doing. And he will teach you the Blackwake calls, which anybody that pays attention all the way to the end credits, you've heard it before as well. And I can post the lyrics for you in Discord if you would like at some point after sesh.
like that.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna pull out the lyre and try playing it like immediately after learning it from it.
I got you. He says, okay, you got a really good form. Little too structured, I think is the word. When you get a little bit loose with it and try to swing with it a little bit more. Don't be afraid to really thump on it. But you're getting the hang of it. And then, you know, no offense if you're trying to add your own style to it, but you're getting it.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah. What'd you roll?
15.
Oh, yeah, you're really good. You're better than him. He's actually kind of showing off a little bit just to... because he rolled. I didn't even roll for him, but I will just to make it fun and keep it honest. Yeah, he stumbles along and makes it look good. He rolled a natural 20, actually. He stumbles along and makes you feel better about your abilities. But he actually kind of was crushing it with some backwater blues a little bit. But he lets you have the spotlight.
Presently, bro.
Yeah.
Would you still want to play for some money?
Yeah, I could do that. What do you say? What do you figuring we wager?
What do you normally play for?
A couple silver pieces a hand.
I only have gold, so I'll pull out a gold piece.
I'll play a couple hands with you. I got a couple. He sets one down on the table as well. Go ahead, my lady.
Alright, I'll just do I won't cheat this time.
Sure.
You said 3d6s?
3d6s.
1, a 1, and a 5.
He takes the 2 coins, slides them his way. Want to double or nothing?
Yeah, that sounds good.
He puts another coin out. Rolls again. Oh god, I dropped a dice. Let me roll a third. That's
Yeah,
not very good.
13 on my sleight of hand for that one.
Oh, okay, hell yeah. The other 2 are playing by themselves now. He rolled a 13 as well, but he has a -1 to his perception because he is not wise. And he reveals his hand. What do you, are you going for a winning hand on that one as well?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he reveals a 4, a 2, and a 2. And slides it back your way.
Oh, I should do this more often. This is pretty fun.
You say that, you're winning all the money. You wanna say one more hand? Then I gotta get honest for a little bit.
Alright, I could do one more.
Put out one more gold piece and
Roll 18.
hell yeah. Then that is... Didn't catch it at all. Damn. You clean me out, little girl. I'm gonna get up on deck before 2 Cups beats my ass. He scampers off.
Thanks for the games.
Yeah.
And then she'll go find a hammock and practice the new song.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's a little early tonight, guys, but I think we might go ahead and start to wrap her up here. Just because what we're fixing to get into next week might take a little bit of time, and I don't want to start us and end us on a weird cliffhanger, and then, you know, like the dragon fight where you guys had a whole week to get yourself psyched out and like freaked out about it. That was funny, but you know, it's not necessary
Good
trauma.
So it is going to be a dragon.
It's gonna be
Oh,
3
yeah.
dragons. 3.
It's
They're
gonna
all
be
level 4.
Oh, no.
Three dragons fused to a boat that is also flying and also will explode within 3 rounds.
Well, and it's, you know, it depends on what the dragon is, how bad it can be, because you're on a boat, right? So, like, if it's a red dragon, or, you know, now you're on a boat that's on fire, that's not a good place to be.
Well, then all we need to do is get in the water, and that's when the sharks will get us.
Don't fall overboard, please, because I don't know how deep the water is there, and I don't have any of that. I'm going to have that ready for next week, I guess.
I have the ability. I mean, I don't have it on my spells, but thanks to recovery dice, I can cast alter self.
Don't fall down in the water so deep that I have to invent a mermaid society.
Do it.
I'm pretty positive all of us have a way to get a swim speed. Thanks to
Oh,
that
I know
armor.
exactly the first thing we're doing next game.
Jumping on Tome and pushing him in the water.
I
Don't
mean,
worry, guys.
Round
It's D&D. I can
Round
hold my breath
toe.
for a day.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone saying my name? Who's saying that?
Huh?
Oh, I must be hallucinating. Yeah, if anyone wants to use me like a surfboard next year, not next week, not next year. Jeez, I'm fucking tired. Holy shit.
We're just in the middle of something else, like in the middle of a boss fight, and somebody's like, "All right, Tome said I could do it." Push him over, jump on him.
I mean, I mean, like I said, I can find a way to cast Alter Self, so I can turn it into a surfboard.
Hell yeah. So
Are we
guys,
able to long rest?
yeah, you
before-
guys
yeah.
are fully able to, at this point, take a long rest, get a little Z's in. And for you guys watching at home, thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a pleasure as always. Continue telling stories because they're awesome and we love telling stories. You know you do too. Bye bye.
y'all.
And I pressed stop recording.
There's a hush on the sea where the black ships roam. No wake, no song, no cry to home. She don't ride deep, nor rock, nor reel, but cuts through tide like tempered steel. Oh, the Blackwake calls where the moon runs blind. She sails by truth, long left behind. No hail, no horn, no lanterns gleam, just vanishing stars and a broken dream. They say her crew don't speak no more, just mutter things not meant ashore. You'll see their eyes, but not their flame. Each one forgets their mother's name. Her hull is black, her sails the same, yet flies the flag she once had claim. And when she passed the last reef's edge, she left no sound, nor salt, nor dredge. Oh, the Blackwake calls where the moon runs blind. She sails by truth, long left behind. No hail, no horn, no lanterns gleam, just vanishing stars and a broken dream. Some say her hold runs cool and dry, no barrel sways, no grog runs high. Yet still she floats like she's feather-born, not low like ships what carry corn. So if you see her cross your trail, with lanterns dim and breath grown stale, don't shout nor wave nor cast your net, just steer a course you'll not regret. Oh, the Blackwake calls, but not by name. She sings of things you cannot claim. One step too close, you'll feel her bite, and dream of blue that swims through night.